Alright guys, it's 8:20 in the afternoon. I'm in Crane, Texas. I was supposed to come here to pick up 100 mesh, and as I approached, I saw a lot of red lights, and I'm like, okay, what's going on here? As soon as I got close, I was like, no way. Wow, I've never seen it backed up like this here. I'm still on the road here, pulled off to the side as much as I can because I got these barriers here. I can't get any further. But yeah, it's a long line. We're gonna be here for a couple of hours. I'm guessing this load's probably gonna take us about 8 or 9 hours to actually complete. Probably gonna be here about 4 or 5 hours, the way it's looking. I can't tell exactly how many lanes are actually open. From right here I can see 2, so I'm just basically looking at these little, right there, those little bars of light right there. Those are the screens. Those are each lane. Each bar has is above a lane, so there's 4 lanes that are open. We just don't know what they're loading. Usually they're loading both 40/70 and 100 mesh. Some might be dedicated strictly just to 40/70 or strictly just 100 mesh. But yeah, this trip was going to be a 113 mile range trip from here heading to Big Lake. Traffic on I-20 is pretty bad heading eastbound, so I was pretty much, as soon as I got out of here, I was gonna head south and go back roads towards Crane, Texas, drive through Rankin, Texas, and eventually get to Big Lake. But yeah, it looks like we might not get there till tomorrow morning for sure. So man, it's gonna be a long night.
Moments later.
Here's the latest update. It's 8:50 now, 30 minutes, and they opened up more lanes and I was able to get in, and majority of the trucks that were in front of me had to get out of line because they couldn't get loaded today, or for right now. It was 2 actual carriers that were being told to get out of line because they weren't allowed to get loaded now. One was King's, and I couldn't tell what the other carrier was, but yeah, apparently they probably can't get loaded. Either they're having PO issues or they can't get loaded until midnight. So either yeah, their appointment was to be being picked up after midnight, or they have already reached out. They've already reached their pickup limit for the day, so they have to wait till midnight. Alright guys, it's 9:25 p.m. so I've been here a little over an hour. A lot better than 4 or 5 hours, which was what I was expecting, but things got moving. A lot of things happened anyway. But anyway, we're loaded. I got 100 mesh. We got loaded with 42,760 pounds, and we're going to be driving 113 miles from this facility to the actual well site. So it's going to take about 2 hours or so to get there. We already got our BOLs, everything, all the papers have been filled out, and I've already submitted the information to dispatch. So I've uploaded the shipping BOL. So we're good to go. We're going to go ahead and start rolling and get going, and hopefully we can get some more later tonight. I got 3 last shift, so hopefully we can get 3 today. So let's get going.
Many unbearable hours later.
Alright guys, we made it to the well. This is my last load of the shift, and there's a truck waiting to get offloaded, but the thing is, where he has to line up the box up with the forklift, not this one here, there's another one behind that you can't see, but these boxes to the left right here, well, there is I guess you could say these big wooden mats laid out, and that's basically called the dance floor for the forklift. Well, where it's lined up is being blocked because there is a tanker right now getting offloaded. I don't know if he's delivering chemicals or fuel or whatever. More likely it's chemicals. But this truck here that's waiting to get offloaded has to pull up maybe another 20 feet in order for the box to be lined up with the mats, so that way the forklift can offload it and load up an empty box. So luckily I'm the only truck that's here waiting. So other than that, hopefully we can get offloaded probably within the next hour. I don't know, depending on how long that chemical truck is going to take for him to offload. Alright guys, so since I've got time, I can't really offload or anything since the driver in front of me is waiting for that truck to offload. I'll go ahead and answer a few questions, but I did forget to mention that yesterday there was a little mix-up at the shipper. I think it was on my second load on the last shift, where I got in, and the way it works there is you type in your information in the kiosk, basically your name and the PO that you're picking up, and then after that you enter your truck and trailer number, and it prints out a ticket that has your information but also a little barcode, and on top of that there's a set of numbers. Well, then you get into a line that's loading the type of sand that you're needing. The one that I got on loads both 100 mesh and 40/70. So once you get on scale, you set your brakes, shut off the engine, and you hand your ticket to the guy on the floor, and basically he communicates the numbers, the ticket number, to the guy on top. And what happened was that the guy on top misheard a number, and turns out the number that he typed in was for a different truck that was behind me that was picking up 40/70, and I was there to pick up 100 mesh. Didn't find that out till I was already on the exit side, scanning my ticket in so I can get my BOLs from the kiosk on the exit side, and saw that the fields for net, tear, and gross were empty. So I called the guy, and he said, you know what, we messed up. The ticket number that we entered is actually the truck that was behind you, and we loaded you with 40/70. So I had to drive around, go all the way back, get in the same lane, and the guy in the bottom floor asked if I could call dispatch and see if we can get a switch to a different PO. That, or we would have to end up switching out the boxes. So contact dispatch. That took probably about 40 minutes before I finally got an answer whether I can just, they assigned me a new PO. I was going to the same well, but they assigned me a new PO for 40/70 instead of me delivering 100 mesh. So yeah, that set me back probably 2.5 hours, but it wasn't too bad. But today, this shift, everything went a little bit smoother. I did have to take a nap. Got tired early this morning. So, but now we're here to deliver the last load, and hopefully this truck and trailer that's delivering, I think, chemicals won't take too long. But I wanted to also go ahead and answer a couple of questions. So let's see. And Trucker Pete asked, I just started working with a third-party company that's working for Sandbox as an owner operator. This is my first week and it's been complete. I literally only hauled 7 loads from Thursday, January 10th to Wednesday, January 16th. What advice can you give me? Should I ride it out? Maybe it's a slow week. Should I switch companies? Should I invest in a blower? Well, yeah, for sandbox, one load a day, yeah, it is very slow, but it is also slow on the pneumatic side for some places. But one a day is very slow. I believe I did respond to your question, and I did ask how many wells are you delivering to, and that's one question that if you're doing sandboxes or pneumatic, you want to ask how many wells will you be serving in that area. If it's just one, well, if that well goes down, well, that's it for you and all of your company driver, all the other drivers that are hauling for that same company. You're not going to get any loads till that well is up and running. Now, if you're serving multiple wells, you have the possibility of going to another well to go get some work, so you can keep working until the other well comes back up and is operating. So with one well, yeah, you're stuck. You can't do anything till that's up and running and they are starting to order more sand. So if that's the case, then yeah, you might want to switch to another company that's serving multiple wells. Now, also, you want to make sure that they're serving multiple wells in your area that you're in. You know, not one in West Texas, one in East Texas, and one in South Texas. Well, if you're only in West Texas, that means you only have the option to deliver to one well. So you got to clarify that as well. Now, if it is a company that's serving multiple wells, and I'll say, yeah, write it out for about a month, get a feel for it, and talk to other drivers from other companies and do some research out there in the field, because usually when you deliver to a well, there's also some other companies that are delivering to the same well. I've seen that's the case where I'm at. You know, I go to a well and there's probably 3 or 4 different companies delivering to the same well. You know, if you get a chance to talk to them and get some information about their company and find out if it's worth trying them out. And should you invest in a blower? I would say try sandbox for a little bit longer. I would hate for you to invest in a blower now, which is, if you get a used one, yeah, a couple of thousand, maybe 4,000 or so. Brand new, you're talking about $8,500 to $12,500, depending on brand and whether your truck's going to need any modifications. So I would hate for you to make a huge investment, and then they're only doing one load a day as well. Yeah, granted, their rates are a little bit more, but not enough to feel comfortable that you just spent $8,000 on a brand new blower or $12,000 or whatever. So yeah, I would say keep doing sandbox if you don't find another company or something like that. Yeah, but just do your research while you're out here. And next question, Mr. Steve Areno. First of all, like Gravatar. It's a good movie. Your question was, do you have to shave when you do sandboxes? What are the living conditions like out there? Do most drivers live in their truck or rent an apartment? I bet it would be nice to have an APU if you're staying in your truck. Yes, you have to shave. For your first question, yes, you have to shave. If you're going to go to the well, enter the well facility, you have to be clean shaven. Any facial hair that's allowed is mustache, and it cannot go beyond the corners of your lips. Reason is you're going to do like a bunch of certifications for like respirator or the respirator connected to a tank, things like that. You have to be clean shaven in order to, for those respirators or what do they call them, SCBAs, the one with the air tank supply, it has to make a complete seal, so you can't have facial hair anywhere that respirator lines up around your face, around your mouth. So it has to be clean shaven. What are the living conditions out here? And are drivers living in their trucks or renting an apartment? I would say a good chunk of the drivers out here are living in their trucks. Renting an apartment, I would say if it's like a company housing, like man camps or something like that, or say for instance some owner operators or companies, they're doing slip seats, so while one driver's out working, the other one's staying at an RV or trailer home or apartment in the meantime till it's his shift. And as far as the APU, I don't have APU on either truck, but it would have been nice to have one. I know they're probably like $6 grand or so to get one installed, but so far I've done well without one, and probably keep it like that. So, but yes, definitely an APU. If you can get an APU and want to invest in one, I'd say go ahead, give it a try. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Leave a like. If you got any questions, feel free to comment below in the comment section, or send me an email to htowntrucker1@gmail.com. I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe, keep your head up, keep grinding, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.